everyone, RogueGold here. Welcome back to the Division 2. And today, the 2026 Valentine's event is here. Actually, it went live early last night. I know many of you reached out to me to let me know that. But now it is here in full, and it is an event coming in with some old stuff and some new. To let you know right off the bat, the event runs from today, February 12th through the 26th. So get anything done in this event that you want to before that ends. But per usual, today I've got a complete guide covering everything that you need to know about the event. That includes partaking in the various gameplay loops involved, what new rewards are on offer, and how to obtain them. So we're going to be going through the bloody Houndsman bounty, the remixed Reanimated Global Event, and more. So let's waste no time and get right to it. If you enjoy this one, find it helpful, you want to see more of my stuff on the Division 2 in the future, then be sure to subscribe. A major shout out and thank you to our channel members. As always, I couldn't do these videos without you, and I appreciate your support very much. With all that down, let's dive straight into the guide. Okay, so first up, let's talk everything involving the bloody Houndsman. That includes his mini warhounds, the bounty itself, all of it. If you were around to play last year's Halloween event, then yes, the Houndsman foe is returning here from that event with a new coat of paint. Overall, this is going to be very similar in terms of flow and gameplay to what we saw in Halloween. To kick this all off, you're going to need to hunt down the Houndsman's miniature warhounds that roam the open world. Now, again, just like Halloween, these things spawn in based off of loot goblin spawn locations. So the three places that I always recommend people check for these are at the Dark Zone South Gate, if you go there and walk around the little courtyard. Next is the Jefferson Trade Center mission. If you spawn in, turn around and just walk around the street there. And then finally over at the Lincoln Memorial, the entrance to the mission and the steps leading down to the reflection pool. There are more places that these will spawn, absolutely, but these three always serve me quite well. It's also worth noting that I've observed no kind of cooldown timer between encountering these warhounds, so you can just ping pong around the DC map and take these guys out. If you did not play Halloween and you don't know what you're in for, each of these warhounds that you come across will have their own unique defensive ability. That includes stuff like going invisible for brief periods, popping a shield to deflect damage, an extra large health pool, purple flame explosions. Overall, they shouldn't be too lethal or worrisome. I just wanted to let you know what is happening when you find one. The one tip I can give for fighting these guys is go for the legs. Just like regular warhounds, this lets you largely bypass their armor, and it makes taking them out much quicker. And at least out in the open world, taking them out fast is important due to the internal timer that they have, where once that hits 0, they will run away and despawn. So each warhound that you kill nets you 3 loot drops, one of which is from the event item pool. If you don't know what I'm talking about by that, it's essentially the same as the loot goblin pool during events, where he has a selection of the items that were in prior seasonal events. So yes, this does include the quick step. That was a question that I got many times yesterday. Here's the proof to show it that I got one. But what you will not be able to get from these warhounds or from this event overall are the exclusive items. Stuff like the Lexington, the Stack Broker, the Turmoil. Those are not included in here. So once again, the 3 loot drops are guaranteed per warhound kill, but what you're really after here is a bloody Houndsman bounty that has a chance to drop from any warhound that you eliminate. For me, when I got one of these, it didn't even show up in the loot pile itself. It just flashed at the top of the screen that I'd gotten it. Once you do get one, or if you want to go and check if you already do, you're going to want to go to the bounties tab, navigate to the southwest district of the city, where you will see the bloody Houndsman bounty, activate it, and you'll notice that this is in the exact same spot as he was for Halloween. This is a bit of a letdown for me. I was hoping that they would switch up the location of this bounty at the very least, but alas, you're going to want to head over there. If you have not done this before, the bounty flow is backwards from what you're used to in this location, so you want to head up the stairs to the courtyard. Here you'll find a wave of all 5 miniature warhounds. You're going to want to take them out, and then you move into the area where the Houndsman himself awaits alongside 5 more warhounds. I do want to warn you right now though, the Houndsman is no joke. You know, last time around during Halloween, it was during the season where we had Zealot as one of our seasonal modifiers, so I think people got very accustomed to popping that and being able to face tank anything that he threw at you because we were basically invulnerable. That is not the case here for the Valentine's event. So the Houndsman has hunter levels of AI, armor, and healing capabilities. He is, from what I observed, completely immune from status effects, and he's equipped with a near one-shot oxidizer chem launcher. So you might want to consider not playing this bounty on heroic difficulty honestly, there is little incentive to, so feel free to drop that world difficulty down. I was able to get through it though thanks to a protection from elites build that looks something like this. I was getting 80% PFE in total from my mods and the survivalist specialization. I then was running the adrenaline rush and intimidate combo for some damage, as well as catharsis for those stacks. Running the ravenous helped me out a lot, both in terms of survivability from the bonus armor, but also that explosion damage. There are plenty of ways to set up a protection from elites build, as I'm sure many of you know, but having that extra protection makes this fight so much more doable. I was able to tank a lot of his damage and eventually got him down. Once you do eliminate him, you're going to receive all 3 exclusive rewards that he has to offer in one go. Here's a look at them. You've got the Bloody Houndsman mask, gloves, and backpack, which I will show in succession here. These are the same base items from the Halloween set if you already collected those, but as you can see, there is now a fresh layer of blood on top, which still looks quite cool. But once you do this bounty once and collect those 3 items, there is not much more reason to continue fighting and farming the Houndsman, unless you just want high amounts of Warhound drop table drops. Unlike the Halloween event, there is no farmable cash tied to him, so this is mostly a one and done to get those cosmetic items. Let's then move on to the second big component to this event, and that is the bloody remix of the Reanimated Global Event. So while the Valentine's event is here, if you go into your seasonal events calendar, you will find this page. So this is the same Reanimated Global Event that we are used to, but with 2 distinct changes. For one, the usual green corrosive explosion that happens upon headshot kills is now a crimson red for Valentine's, which I'll admit looks quite cool. But more importantly, for this event exclusively, the devs have enabled the ability to use this global event in conjunction with our seasonal modifiers. Usually those 2 systems are mutually exclusive, right? Enabling one will disable the other, but that is not the case here. You can run both of these at the same time. There is a small bit of a problem with that though, and that is that the team has not gone in and fixed the issue with the explosion cloud damaging friendly NPCs, and this is particularly detrimental towards this season's modifiers since it focuses around us having a friendly NPC companion. So yeah, I went in and tested this. If your companion is within the corrosive cloud, they will take damage. One of them is not really enough to kill the companion, but in certain situations or content, this could easily become very annoying. So what I'll say is that if you do plan to run seasonal modifiers with this global event, unequipping the companion and getting those extra stats from the global modifier is recommended. So yeah, that's how it works. But are there any particular reasons to engage with this global event? Yes. If you go into the reward track of this special GE, you will see that there are 2 exclusive rewards. Firstly, the Seeker Mine has gotten a Valentine's themed VFX skin that you earn at rank 5, and then at rank 10 you can earn the final piece to the Bloody Houndsman outfit, that being the uniform itself. So between the global event here and the Houndsman bounty is how you will get the entire outfit. But you progress this global event just like normal. You're going to want to earn GE stars, which you can get 1 per shade level, or earn bundles of them by completing the global event specific challenges that unlock day by day. The devs did confirm that this will refresh after week 1 of the event. Now, I don't know if that means just the challenges refresh so you can tackle them again, or if that means that your progress on the reward track overall will reset. But yeah, just keep in mind that this is lasting for 2 weeks, and halfway through it will apparently reset. But yeah, grinding out this global event is the only way to earn those new rewards. Otherwise, everything else here is going to be the same. The Reanimated event deals with headshot kills, so headshot based builds soar here, and you can take your earned global event stars to the vendor to be redeemed for caches. However, there is nothing event exclusive here. It is just the normal stock. Alright, now the final thing that I wanted to go over was a few of the other scattered Valentine's rewards that are included as part of this event, just in case any of them look like something you want, wouldn't want you to miss out. So the first part of that is the store. If we go into our menu, down to store and over to bundles, we can see all of the various Valentine's items and bundles that are in stock. This Hearts bundle returns from last year. You get the mask, 2 weapon skins, and this emote. Moving over though, we then have the Houndsman bundle returning from Halloween, so in case you want the non-new bloodied version of this outfit, this is here in the store. If we keep going, this is another new one, the Beating Hearts bundle. I'm sure this is not going to help the current controversy and discussion around cosmetic identity because, yeah, this is what we're working with. But this whole bundle here alongside a weapon skin is available for the next 2 weeks in case you want it. Then if we keep moving on, we get to the Lovebirds bundle. This is another prior year's Valentine's offerings that has made its way back to the store. And then I believe we just have one more, which is the Broken Hearts bundle. This is the new skill VFX that have come in as part of the Valentine's event. So as you can see, Rose Thorn here is for the drone, and the little preview image on the left shows you what it does. Then we have one for the hive that looks like that. And then finally one for the turret. Do keep in mind that we get the Seeker Mind VFX for free that is on the Global Event reward track, but the rest of those are going to be in the store right here. So obviously those are all paid rewards, but it is important to remember that we also have a new round of Twitch drops going live the day that I'm releasing this video. We talked about and previewed these in my video yesterday, but these are going to be live from today the 12th through the 19th. Unfortunately, by the time you're watching this, my Twitch stream for today has already concluded, so you can't go and watch me immediately, at least for these rewards. But for the next week, tune into anybody who is eligible in the Division 2 category on Twitch. Link up your Ubisoft and Twitch account, and if you watch for the times allotted in the chart there, you will get the rewards in-game. All right, everybody, well, there you have it. That is a look at the new 2026 Valentine's event in the Division 2, and a full walkthrough on the Houndsman Bounty, the new Reanimated Remixed Global Event, and more. I hope you all enjoyed and found this guide helpful and informative. If you have any remaining questions after watching through this, then certainly feel free to leave those down below, and I will do my very best to clarify anything. Additionally, let me know your thoughts on what you're seeing from this event so far. Obviously, this is not as original and groundbreaking as Halloween itself was or the winter event, so I'd be curious to know what you think about them reusing certain parts of these old events for this new one. But yeah, that is just about everything that I've got for you today. Thank you all so much for coming by and watching, and until I see you next, RogueGold. Ow. Oh! We just got a Ravenous! Haha! I might not be friendly. Let's go.
Coming to the Division 2.
Let's go!
And